I think that the reason why this place is so beautiful and like the art and the decorations are so well detailed is because people didn't have internet back in the day, huh? The Goras, the white people, they came here and they stole a bunch of stuff. They came here and they stole a bunch of stuff from Nepal, huh? From Nepal, from India. They took it all over to their museums over there, to the British Museum, to the Louvre Museum, to American museums, private collections and stuff. So, I think they have a very good reason to be suspicious of white people, don't you think? We are here in Bhaktapur today. It's a very ancient, well-preserved place of Kathmandu from medieval times. So you can see around me how it looks like we are walking back in time. This place is very famous for the works of art, for the artists that live around here, and we have like some masterpieces. See this peacock over there. This is considered the Mona Lisa of Nepal here in Kathmandu. Awesome place for artwork. See the artwork, all of this is handmade. The artists here are amazing artists. Look at the details of the art. All of this is handmade here in the city of Bhaktapur, ancient town. Looks like you're back in time when you walk through just little alleys and stuff. Awesome place here in the Kathmandu Valley. Yeah, let's explore more. But look, you can see how pretty, how detailed it is. You can see that people put lots of effort into making this place beautiful. So we're gonna walk around and show you guys this really well-preserved ancient town in the Kathmandu Valley, Bhaktapur. Another pagoda style mandir, and everywhere you look, things are really detailed, really with lots of. We have a Garuda over there, so just maybe like a Vaishnav mandir or something. So in this mandir here, they perform this ritual when the kid is like 6 months old. They introduce the kid to solid food for the first time. So that's what's happening there. See the kid over there, he's being introduced to solid food for the first time. And right in front of this awesome ancient mandir, this is the Dattatreya mandir. So yeah, imagine back in the day, medieval times, people hanging out here in this square, bro. This place is like stop in time. No, it's not stuck in time, because the Nepali people, they are very tuned, they are very well informed. Nepali people are like really progressive people, very different from India here, how progressive the people are. But like this place seems like it's stuck in time, See, there is some like every village there is like these crazy people going around, we used to worship these crazy people in the village because they thought that if you hit them in the head, it brings good luck. This is a very ancient ritual that they used to perform here in Kathmandu Valley, in Bhaktapur, in this ancient town. I think that the reason why this place is so beautiful and like the art and the decorations are so well detailed is because people didn't have internet back in the day, huh?
Yes.
People didn't have phones, so they could just make their surroundings beautiful.
I'm sure that it influenced them a lot, and I'm pretty sure that also the spiritual practices that they were into that time were like bringing up their aesthetic sense, and they could express themselves much better in that time.
Right,
and
right.
Thank God as we still have the opportunity to see some of this beauty around us, which is a very deep and enlightening experience, isn't it?
Yes, and like what about the spiritual practices are you talking about? Like, do you know what would they practice back in the day?
Yes, I believe that the tradition is still alive because as our local bro said, this city was built around the tantric knowledge, and usually what constitutes this type of organization into cities is like a mandalic structure when they have a specific temple for a specific deity in the center, like the bindu of the mandala, and many other temples from different deities are being constructed around it to make like a specific spiritual current to flow around the city, and everything is built around like that. So the houses and the commerce and stuff like that will be organized around this spiritual logic. So it makes the spiritual energy to flow much more intensely, and of course it can transform people's life with much more efficiency, let's call it that way.
Right. So you see how everything connects, the spirituality, art, life,
civilization,
life, yeah, how it builds geography, everything's connected. Like nothing in this area was built by chance. Everything was built with like the utmost attention to details and to like spiritual significance. Imagine this being the door to your home, bro. Yesterday was actually New Year's Eve, so we are in the first day of 2026. But walking here, it looks like we are in 1626. I imagine back then they would have horses instead of bikes, so this is like a modern horse. This here is Lalita Tripura Sundari Mandir. Can you tell us about this goddess?
Sure, Lalita Tripura Sundari is maybe the most prominent tantric goddess in all time. For sure, she's the most famous, and her tradition is probably the best well preserved during the ages. She is known also as Kameshwari, the goddess which controls, or which is personification, the incarnation of the desire itself.
Right.
She's very red, with those beautiful, merciful eyes, but always with so prominent breasts and holding usually lace, gold, and flowers that she makes like her arrows, and also a bowl of sugarcane. And she's something like, the concept of Cupid, because she throws that arrow away, and then the desire comes rising inside the devotee. She's a very, we call it like a sexual iconography, because she's breasts are always showing up, and she's sexy and stuff like that. Of course, we have all the respect by the mother, but that's how she presents as Tripura Sundari, the beautiful witch resides in the three cities and also transcends all the three cities that are especially connected with the states of conscious, like waking state, sleep, dream rest state, and beyond all of this, which means that she's the conscious that pervades everything, material and transcendent reality.
So you said that she's known as Kameshwari, and I've been to Kamakya, and I know that like Kamakya, inside the main temple, she's worshipped as Tripura Sundari.
Oh, that's it.
Right? So,
yes.
And then like you said, Kameshwari, and she's Kamakya, so Kama means desire, right?
Yes. Okay. And what's the two most relevant emotions that human beings have inside them is desire and aversion, right? Desire will lead to attachment, but if this desire is well directed, like you put into a good path, it may absolutely lead you to anything that you want in life. So desire is very hard to conquer, to control in general, because we have our sexual stuff and addictions, vices, and so on. But she's the one that purifies this and transforms our desire into a desire for liberation, for communion with the mother, and transcendence and stuff like that. She's awesome.
Right. Powerful Mahatripura Sundari. Unfortunately, the mandir is closed, but you guys can see here the eyes of Devi. When you go by the temple, Devi's eyes are staring at you. See the details of the wood carvings here. Everything is so well done. Imagine like how much would the artist practice not to be able to do this kind of things, like so much attention to details. Check out this amazing, beautiful Shiv Murti, bro, in the middle of this square here. Wow. Oh, let's see the statues over there. Oh, look at all those kids, bro. Looks like a graduation. Look at the kid on top of the statue there. Bro, this is so fun. I came here right in the moment that the kids are taking pictures in front of this awesome, beautiful Shiv Mandir. How fun is this, bro? Now the kids are gone, and I was told that this temple here, it was destroyed during an earthquake, right? So this is rebuilt, so this is why it looks so new. And these lions here on the square, they also had a mandir around here. The mandir was also destroyed during an earthquake, but the lions remained, right? So the lions were guarding a temple that used to be here, and the temple is no more because it was destroyed by an earthquake. But imagine how powerful it looked, right, with those lions guarding it. This is the entrance to the main deity here of the city, Talagu Bakani. And look at this goddess, bro. How fierce she looks, nah? Look at this. Like the entrances to the temples are so beautiful, so beautiful. I wasn't allowed into the mandir, but I can tell you that it was beautiful, 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 beautiful wood carvings. And yeah, they don't look at your religion or anything. They just look at your face and they see that you're not Indian, you're not Nepali, so you're not allowed in. But I am sure this is a very powerful place. So much history, like they had like bullets markings on the doors from like previous battles and stuff that they fought around here. So yeah, unfortunately I was not allowed in, so I can't show you guys, but beautiful, beautiful place. On the door, the wood carvings were so detailed, so detailed. And you know, you can see how ancient it is, how much history is here in this place, you know. But I can show you the pond of the mandir. This is the pond of the mandir. And yeah, this is the Talugu mandir. I hope someday I manage to go in, you know. I'll try to come here with my wife and tell her like I'm Hindu, but they won't let me in. But I'll keep trying. I want to see I want to see Mataji, so I'll keep coming back. One thing that I find really interesting about Hindu spirituality is how like connected to land it is, right? So there is a temple here and there's a pond, and that pond they say that is where Shiva came when he drank the poison and his throat turned blue, you know. And then like every place, like the Shakti Peeth, you know, they say, oh, here is where this part of the V fell. So just one of the things that I find most interesting about Hindu spirituality. You know, what is culture? No? Culture is food, culture is territory, culture is language, and culture is religion, right? So if you see that square back there, it has all those different temples, no? Because like there was no concept of secular society back then, no? So everybody was part of like, oh yeah, you are born in this territory, and also like, so you are gonna practice this religion. And then like you see the whole town is built around like the temples that are centered there. When the kings had to flee, they would bring their idols with them, and they will build like new murtis, new temples there. If you take religion out of people, if you take their own kind of spirituality out of people, you are basically destroying their culture also. No?
Yes, indeed, because cultivation of culture is what shapes our identity, right? So belonging to something and practicing what our ancestors or those who came before us were like cultivating and installing and practicing is very important. And unfortunately, nowadays in the West, actually, since the rise of Illuminism, the mission of the system is to cut this apart, right? So you are an individual, you don't belong to anything, just do your stuff, stay individual, and gradually lose more and more your identity until you become like no one.
You know that in many Nepali temples, foreigners are not allowed. They don't mind like what religion you are. Actually, if you're practicing Hinduism or not, they just look at your face and they know that you are not from here, so they don't let you in. But in this mandir here, this is a 5 stories mandir, and Siddhi Lakshmi lives in there, and they say that she's so powerful, so fierce that when like people saw her, they would faint. So in this mandir, not even the Nepalis are allowed in. Only the pujaris go in, only the pandits. So, because also another good reason, I think, is because the Goras, the white people, they came here and they stole a bunch of stuff. They came here and they stole a bunch of stuff from Nepal, nah? From Nepal, from India. They took it all over to their museums over there, to the British Museum, to the Louvre Museum, to American museums, private collections and stuff. So, you know, I think they have a very good reason to be suspicious of white people, don't you think? But in any way, we're gonna climb these stairs here and show you all the guardians of the mandir. We can't go into the mandir, but very intricate statues here. These are the guardians. There's a lion, there's an elephant, there's an eagle, there's a griffin, there's people. Oh, bro, but the view from up here, nah? Look, you see the whole square. You can even see the mountains there in the distance. Awesome. This mandir here behind me is a Bhairav mandir, and then they said that they brought the mandir here, and then it brought lots of prosperity to the town, lots of peace to the town, but it was like a very fierce, violent god. So then they put Siddhi Lakshmi beside him to piss the guy out, right? What is better than a cutie to make a stressed guy just chill a little bit, nah? And you know, with all the earthquakes that goes on here in Nepal, this mandir here, the Siddhi Lakshmi mandir, was never affected by any earthquake, because it's not only like a masterpiece of engineering, but also Siddhi Lakshmi Ma takes care of the place, nah? She's guarding the region. Some really cool street art also. We have a beautiful Hanumanji here in this little alley, ancient medieval alleyway. Tourists, lots of tourists.
Hello, sir.
Wow. Can you explain it?
This type of handmade healing bowls are made from a very special olu, a mixture or the combination of 7 different metals. And the metals are gold, silver, tin, zinc, iron, brass and copper. And these 7 metals are believed to directly link with 7 chakras of our human body.
Oh, the chakras.
So any of these chakra gets blocked or maybe unbalanced, you might face problems. Just for example, if you have headache, stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia or migraine, these kind of problems, the crown chakra isn't functioning well. And maybe if you got problem in your visions, the third eye chakra isn't functioning well. And if you have problem in your throat, like lack of speaking skills, tonsil, throat swelling or even coughing, your throat chakra isn't functioning well. So to balance the chakras to heal the body, we can simply take the bowl, place the bowl over the head like this way. So it kind of look funny, but this is how we heal the body. So you have to place the bowl over the head like this way and strike the bowl from 4 different directions.
Alright. You can hear the sound.
And even if you have backaches, problem in your lower back, or heart problem, or even stomach problem, you can simply place the bowl over the back.
Okay.
If you have problem in your knees, you can place the bowl over the knees.
The healing vibration will go straight into the body. Right. So nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See inside the bowls. They have bowls with mandalas, bowls with deities inside, all colors.